A lot of people have been putting in backyard pools since this pandemic ruled that our vacations would now be closer to home. So Randy, Shoana, and Shai have each been involved in their own pool reno. So, of course, we followed along. Here are their befores.
Okay, if you asked me 7 or 8 years ago if I wanted a pool, I would say no way. That's like putting a pile of money in your backyard and setting it on fire. But times have changed, and it looks like we're getting one. So this baby's gonna be 14 by 34. I can picture myself doing the backstroke right here. I'm going big. If you have a pool at home that you're not so happy with, well, Shoana has some tips and tricks that'll make that backyard oasis come back to life.
That's right, Randy. Our pool is quite outdated and it needed some attention. Originally we thought, well, we'll just replace the pool. We'll take the old one out and put a new one in. But nope, that did not work for our budget. So just like our house, we're going to renovate our pool. Now, if you want a pool but don't have the space or budget, Shai has a great option for you.
That's right, Shoana. But here's the thing, you see I am in this beautiful backyard space in the country, a vast landscape. The challenge here was really creating a pool area that is well defined, but also really speaks to the beautiful environment around us. So I have some great ideas of how to create the perfect pool area without having to A, get permits, and B, digging into the ground.
Wow. Okay, between the three of you, you definitely covered off a lot of pool options. So Randy, I want to start with you. You were never the pool kind of guy, but now you've turned your backyard into the Randy Feltis retreat. Tell us, what made you decide to go this route? It's amazing.
So, you know what, we talked about, it all started with a smaller idea, like a swim spa. That would be a good idea. And then we actually went to the mod pool and we looked at the mod pool. We're like, oh, that's great. We can run it all season long. But it's kind of small. And then we got into the pricing of it, and 20 turned into 40, which turned into like, we have this space. Why don't we put in like a full-size pool, which is 14 by 34. And yeah, it's expensive. I think the pool itself was around $60K, but then we had extra excavation going on, and then we're like, you know what, we're gonna cover it with concrete. And then I don't really like the sun, Tracy, so we need a pavilion. So I got the guys from Rare North Homes today building the pavilion to keep me in the shade. So I think what it is all about is it starts out as a simple idea, and then you just keep throwing bags of money at it until it's done. That's basically what happened.
Just bags and bags and bags. So I want to talk about that. What does it cost to put in a pool like that, Randy? It is gorgeous. Given the excavating pool, the concrete surround, how much does all that cost?
We haven't got the final bill yet, but I will give you this hint of the viewers at home. Whatever you think it's going to be, add another 30% to that. And as well, you got to think about the gas guy, you got to think about the electrician, you got to think about, there's just a lot of extras that keep coming. So when I get the final bill, Tracy, I'll send you a copy and we can have a laugh about it, all right?
That's right. We'll have a laugh about it and a shot. But listen, I feel like it's worth it. At this point, this is where vacation is happening in our home. So yeah, I guess if you got the money, spend it. So this is definitely a hot ticket item, having a pool. And Shoana, you chose to renovate instead of replacing your pool. What exactly does a pool renovation even mean?
We're taking our existing pool, which was put in, we're guessing around the 80s. We don't really know, but it's decades old. It needed some upkeeping. It needed some updating. So here's what we're able to do with this pool. We're putting in a new liner. That's basic. That's kind of pool maintenance. But a new liner, we're adding lights, because back in the day when this pool was built, you couldn't put lights into a liner pool. So we're adding lights. We're adding it, making it a saltwater pool. We're adding a heater. We're putting in a new set of stairs that are wider and bigger, and we're making it so that the pavers on the patio will be infinity edge. So it won't have that white plastic coping around that we're used to seeing of pools in that era.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing. So like the house though, you're probably dealing with some pandemic holdups. How is that working out with the pool reno?
The big one for us is we were going to refinish our existing stairs to go into the pool. And that company that does the refinishing was many months behind. We wouldn't have got them at all this summer. So we instead just spent a little extra more and got stairs in that were full size, so from 4 feet to 6 feet. So, things happen, but sometimes it works out for the better.
I think that's great. And you know what? You are learning a great exercise in patience and rolling with the punches. So good on you. It's going to look fabulous when it's done. Right? Shai, I'm going to go over to you now.
Yeah.
For your
Yeah.
clients, it was really all about budget, right? Talk us through that.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's the thing, especially if you don't want to dig into the ground and you don't want to get city permits, this is, we have some really great options. This was one of those great options. It's above ground. We didn't need to dig in, no city permits. We didn't need any fencing around it because of how shallow it is.
Listen, I love hearing about these different options and really seeing what the things like how much things cost in real life. So thank you so much for that, for serving some realness with us when people want to do their own renos on their pool.